speaking of a movie with a message, you're going to play Nelson Mandela. That's some heavy duty, right?
Very. Yeah, I'm really excited about the opportunity to play Nelson.
Have you ever met him? Like,
No.
will you get to meet him?
I think I will get to meet him. And he knows that I'm playing the part. And there's a great story that the director, Justin Chadwick, told me. He said he had the privilege of meeting Winnie Mandela and Nelson's 2 daughters. And he said, he played the guessing game. He said, guess who's going to play your dad? And they all looked at each other and went, is it Idris Elba?
What?
And I was like, what? Winnie Mandela knows me?
That's amazing. Do you think she knows you from Luther or from The Wire?
I think it's Tyler Perry's film, Daddy's Little Girl. I
Really,
think it's one of her favorite films. So
that's an interesting place to be.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting this opportunity to go and play in this iconic figure. You've also had the joy of being an iconic guy in American television, and then you've been building an iconic role with Luther in England. What's your relationship like with the Stringer Bell thing? Because I've interviewed a lot of people who've played characters before that are memorable, but when Michael Kenneth Williams was on the show, when we told people you were coming on the show, people who love The Wire, it's a different relationship with the character. What is your relationship with it like now?
Yeah, Stringer is, I played Stringer at a time of my career when, I'd moved to the States and I wasn't working. I was working prior in England, doing well, and then came to the States and didn't get a job for about 4 years, and Stringer was my lifeline. And then I played Stringer for about 3 years, and, my relationship with the character with the show is that, first of all, it changed my life. But it continues to sort of like, everywhere I go still, and it's like 7 years since I did the show, everywhere I go, there are still huge Stringer fans. And, it wows me that I touch so many people, that the writing, the characters in The Wire touch so many people. I mean, it wows me. We can't talk about what happens to Stringer Bell because it's his own story there. But at a certain point, when you're at a film and a show like that, do you become defiant about your character with the writers? Do you think you know what Stringer needs to be about? And I wonder if it's the same thing with Luther in your new show. Well, yeah, there's what happens to Stringer in the end for some people who don't know. But there's a certain sequence that Stringer goes through in the third season, and I remember David Simon and I having a conversation about how we should portray this. And I had to fight.
You fought him, eh?
I had to. I mean, he had a certain idea of how Stringer should go out, and I was on the same page with him. Stringer should go out. But how was we had a little bit of a battle on. And yeah, of course, when you've sort of worked on a character for 3 years and you're part owner of that character, you are responsible. You feel like you are responsible for what happens to him.